Hey, great to have you here. I want to tell you about something that didn't just change how I watched movies and shows, it fundamentally changed how I feel about my screen, the Samsung 55 S85F. This isn't for someone who's content with a screen that just shows stuff. This is for the person who feels when colors are off, when black levels are shallow, when motion isn't quite right. You're someone who recognizes quality without needing to be told. You've outgrown compromise gear, you know it, and this is the upgrade that confirms it. Before you go any further, check the current price and availability. OLED models like this don't linger long at attractive prices, and stock can change faster than most people expect. There was a moment I realized my old TV wasn't cutting it anymore. It wasn't dramatic, it was subtle. Dark scenes felt dull, highlights looked flat, and movement lacked that quiet precision that pulls you into the moment instead of dangling you outside it. I justified it for a while. It's fine until I put this screen next to it. That's when the fatigue lifted and I finally understood what I'd been missing. From the first time I turned it on, there was a kind of relief. Not a wave, it was steady and deep. Blacks that truly feel black. Color that feels alive, not pushed. Motion that doesn't stutter or hesitate. You stop adjusting settings. You stop second-guessing what you're seeing. The picture just is, and your brain relaxes into it. Living with it day after day, the difference goes beyond numbers and specs. Game nights finally feel responsive and intentional, like the screen is truly keeping up with your actions instead of just showing them. Movies suddenly breathe, contrast that feels real instead of compressed. Sports feel fluid and confident, not blurred during quick pans. Even casual viewing feels cleaner, more purposeful. And here's the thing, once you experience that level of fidelity, every glance at a lesser screen feels like a step backward. It's not just preference, it's awareness. You'll find yourself thinking about what you're missing, not just in peak scenes but in everyday ones. That's loss aversion in action. It's your senses telling you what matters. If you're hesitating because of timing or price, don't fall for waiting on some mythical perfect deal. Price swings happen, stock shifts happen, and opportunities like this can slip. Just see where it sits right now. You might be thinking all this sounds dramatic, but the emotional payoff isn't in dramatic peaks. It's in the calm consistency. The effortless depth. The way the screen disappears and the content exists instead of just plays. There's a surprising bonus that doesn't get talked about enough: pride. You feel it every time you walk into the room and it's there. It doesn't scream for attention, it quietly elevates the whole space. You don't explain what it does. You just feel it. After using it day in and day out, a few things become obvious. Dark scenes finally stay dark. Motion looks smooth and intentional. Games feel alive, not lagging. Every image feels thoughtful and real. And the trade-offs? You'll notice lower quality screens instantly. And once you've tasted this level of control and depth, settling feels harder than you ever expected. At some point, you stop comparing specs and you just choose what feels right in your space, in your life. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you think about later and regret not moving on. Check the price, check the availability, and when it feels right, make the move. Because once this sits in your room, good enough stops being an option.